This is how we made a tiny Iron Man arc reactor. It glows constantly without a power source. Stay tuned until the end of the video to see how. Also, don't try this at home. Earlier this year, I came to a realization. I wanted an arc reactor like Iron Man, but I didn't want some big metal thing that plugs into my chest. I wanted an arc reactor that I could wear every day. Something low-key, something like a pendant. After pitching the idea to two of my classmates, Efe and Cole, we made a plan to melt scrap aluminum and then pour it into a mold of an arc reactor. Molds work by having an empty space inside them that is the shape of the final object. By pouring hot liquid metal into the mold and then letting it cool, the metal solidifies into the final object. First step, making the arc reactor mold. To do that, we had to make the arc reactor itself. 3D modeling the arc reactor pendant, I decided to make an actual scale one too for reference. We 3D printed the arc reactors using resin printing. After cleaning the prints, we attached the arc reactors onto a wax stick. This combined wax stick and the arc reactors would be burned out together, creating empty space for the melted aluminum to flow into and solidify. Everything was going great until...
That's great.
We accidentally broke the mold. Luckily, it was an easy fix, and after replacing the wax and reattaching the prints, we were ready for the next step. This white stuff that we're pouring forms around the wax, solidifying into a ceramic that can take extremely high temperatures. Sticking the whole thing into a furnace, only the wax and plastic burn out, leaving an empty space for the melted aluminum to flow into and form. We're now ready to melt and pour liquid metal. But we ran into another problem, this time with the scrap aluminum. We collected the scrap aluminum from the machine shop, which unfortunately meant that there was a lot of leftover coolant, cutting fluids, and dirt on it.
It feels so raw. What am I even doing?
Even after cleaning it, trying to melt the aluminum proved to be interesting.
Ooh, that doesn't look very good.
Inhaling strange fumes, we decided it was probably best to go another route. We ended up finding a different source of scrap aluminum, a discarded heatsink found in an e-waste bin. This aluminum melted wonderfully, and we were finally ready to pour into our mold. Honestly, I had low expectations for how this would turn out, but I was shocked by the results.
Oh, the small one's over there.
And the big one looks like it's kind of there too. No way, dude. It looks like we didn't pour any at all.
It didn't look like...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty good.
Dude, that's perfect.
You get some hot tears, it looks like some cracking.
Wait, that looks
maybe.
fine.
Yeah, tiny. It's
Yeah.
like compared to what I was expecting.
Yeah. It's one of the best pours I've seen all semester.
Can I get that on video again?
Yeah, this is one of the best pours I've seen all semester. See this?
There are tiny cracks,
It's like
yeah.
little hot tears because it's not
So
It's not a casting alloy.
why does that happen?
That looks good. And the cracks, they look like,
They look
or the
pretty
heat
good.
cracks, they look almost like battle damage.
Yeah, I like the cracks.
They turned out great. We got to cleaning and polishing the parts and started adding in the iconic blue lighting. For the big arc reactor, we lit it up with Edison filament LEDs and a coin cell battery as a power source. For the tiny arc reactor, we had no space to incorporate a power source or anything like that, so we made the decision to go with lighting that powered itself, tritium vials. Tritium is a radioactive version of hydrogen, constantly emitting electrons. The walls of these tritium vials are coated with a substance that glows when hit by electrons. With tritium inside the vial, electrons constantly hit the substance, causing a beautiful glow. Tritium is commonly found in watch dials, gun sights, and exit signs. While radioactive, tiny vials of tritium like these are usually considered safe, as long as you don't do something crazy like eat or inhale them. However, for this pendant, with tritium vials basically on skin for long periods of time, I'm not sure of the exact risk. Longer explanation in my pinned comment down below. In short, don't try this at home. Now, I've edited the project files to use superluminova instead of tritium. Superluminova is a non-radioactive, non-toxic alternative to tritium. It's basically really strong glow-in-the-dark paint. It's what they use on modern watches. If you want to make your own tiny arc reactor, the files for this project are freely available for the next 48 hours. Link in the description below. With the 3D files, you can order the arc reactor pendant from online metal casting services. There's a lot of them out there, and there's a lot of different materials you can get them made out of. These are made out of sterling silver and gold. I'm definitely biased, but I think they look pretty cool. Shout out to my friends Dasha and Keanu for modeling these, and thank you to FA and Cole for helping me make them. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and see you next time.
Wait, let me crank out some push-ups first.
It's okay, bro. You can't see it.